If your Claude code bill jumped, it's easy to blame the model. That's usually not what happened. Claude Code gives you an automatic discount on your conversation up to 90% off, and most people throw it away constantly without ever knowing it was there. Switch models mid-task. Check out a different branch to glance at something. Hit compact out of habit. Any one of those resets it, and you're back to paying full price without noticing. Want to know how it actually works? Let me break it down. One thing before the discount itself. Every request has two kinds of tokens. Input is everything going in. Your files, your message, the whole conversation so far. Output is what comes back, the thinking and the answer. They're not priced the same. Output costs about 5 times more because it's generated one token at a time, not all at once. You do get one lever on that output side. Claude Code has a setting called concise. Type/config, switch output style to concise. And Claude leads with the result, keeps its answers short, and only gives you the full explanation when you actually ask for it. Same task, same accuracy, just fewer output tokens spent getting there. Past that, everything else in this video is about the input side. That's where the real complexity lives. Claude Code saves a copy of your conversation automatically every time you use it. No setup, nothing to turn on. The first time Claude reads your conversation, there's no copy yet, so it has to process the whole thing and make one. That costs more than normal, up to double the price. Ask something else right after, and if nothing's changed, Claude just reuses that copy instead of processing everything again. That costs about 1/10 of the price. That's why a long conversation with Claude doesn't cost you full price on every single message. Most of what you've already said, Claude doesn't have to think through again. It just reuses what it's already got for a fraction of the cost. That's not a small gap. The priciest way to ask costs 20 times more than the cheapest way for the exact same conversation. And that saved copy doesn't last forever. It's on a timer. Let the timer run out and Claude has to process the whole conversation and make a brand new copy at the expensive price again. That saved copy isn't shared everywhere either. It only counts for the exact model you're using, the exact folder you're working in, and the exact code branch you're on. Change any one of those 3 things, even for a second, and Claude can't use that saved copy anymore. It has to make a brand new one at the expensive price again. 6 things reset it. Switching models in the middle of a conversation. Changing your reasoning effort setting. Connecting or disconnecting a tool server. Running compact. Switching your working folder. Switching your Git branch. Do any one of those 6 and you're back to paying the expensive price. Here's how to make sure that doesn't happen to you. 6 habits, low-hanging fruit first. Number 1, pick your model before you start and stick with it until the task's done. Number 2, don't hop branches mid-task to go check something. Finish what you're doing or stash it first. Number 3, save compact for when you're actually done for the session, not for tidying up along the way. The reset happens the moment you run it, so cleaning early buys you nothing. You'll just need to do it again once the real clutter builds up. The next 3 are the stronger ones, and they're not all protecting the same thing. Number 4, last few turns you want gone, not the whole conversation. Use /rewind instead of compact, same discount, no reset. Number 5, type the @ symbol before a field name instead of describing it. That's a search or a read call you never spent, whether the discount's involved or not. Number 6, run /context at the start of a session. See everything that's already loaded before you've typed a word. Cut what you don't need. Same task, same output, and none of that cost has to happen. Everything so far you just had to remember. These 3 you only have to learn once, and they pay off more than any habit could on its own. First, I told you before about picking the right model for the right job. But if you're anything like me, 1, you don't always know which model to pick, and 2, you don't want to have to keep calling /model every time to change it. Luckily, Anthropic made a model type for lazy people like us. It's called opusplan. What it does, it uses the expensive model, Opus, to create the plan of action, and the cheaper model, Sonnet, to do the work. Once the plan's created, the thinking's already done, so we don't really need Opus's power to do the work. It's simply following directions. Second thing, and nobody talks about this one, I've got a specialist tool connected for basically everything, including one just for GitHub. But if I just want to check on one pull request, I don't need it to look itself up, reach out, and come back with a whole structured report, when a plain command already gets me the exact same answer instantly for basically nothing. That's real tokens and real time, spent every single time, whether or not it was actually the right call. So here's the fix. Claude Code already reads a settings file automatically every time it starts. It's called CLAUDE.md, sitting right there in your home folder, and most people never open it. Add one line telling it to prefer the plain built-in option over a specialist tool, unless the specialist one actually earns its keep. Now, every time there's a boring choice and a fancy choice for the same job, it grabs the boring one first, automatically, forever, without me having to remember it. Third, what you hand the model matters as much as which model you hand it to. Every file sitting in your project is something Claude could read, whether it's actually relevant to the task or not. And every one it reads costs you tokens and clutters everything that comes after it. Same story for anything a command prints back, a test run, a build, a log tail. It sits in the conversation exactly like a file would for the rest of the session. So don't just point it at a task and hope. Tell it exactly what's relevant, and just as important, tell it what to leave alone. And if you don't want to have to remember that every single time, you don't have to. There's a whole category of Claude Code plugins built to enforce it for you automatically. I run one called Context Mode. It's the one move here you can't just glance at a setting and copy, so it earns its own explanation. It's also the biggest lever of the 3, because it doesn't just get you a better price, it stops you from getting charged at all. Here's exactly how. A couple of things I just walked you through already do a version of this. Skip a file you didn't need to read, skip a tool call you didn't need to make, and the charge never happens instead of just shrinking. This one does that automatically for everything, not just the handful of things you remember to filter yourself. Say you ask Claude to find the one line that caused a crash in a log file with 10,000 lines in it. Normally, Claude has to read the whole thing to find that one line. All 10,000 lines become part of the conversation, whether they mattered or not, and you pay for every single one of them. Context Mode does something different. Before any of that reaches Claude, it hands the searching to a plain script. Not the AI, just code. The same kind of thing that powers a find and replace. That script tears through all 10,000 lines instantly, and it isn't thinking, it's just matching a pattern. Only what actually matches comes back. That matters because tokens only get counted for what actually reaches Claude. That script just ran a highlighter across 10,000 lines, and none of that costs a thing because no model ever read any of it. Claude only ever sees the one line the script actually found. Searching for something and understanding something are two different jobs. Finding the line is just pattern matching. Any plain script can do that part. Understanding what it means once you've found it, that's the part that actually needs Claude. So that's the only part that gets to cost you anything. And I don't have to remember to do it this way every time. It happens automatically, whether I remember to ask for it or not. 6 things reset your discount. 4 habits keep it from resetting at all. 2 more make sure you never needed to spend in the first place. 3 moves go further still, this one included. That's everything I've walked you through in this video. So here's how you'd actually know any of it's working. type/usage into Claude Code and this comes up. Barely anyone actually types it. This one session cost $93.46. Don't just look at the total, look at where it came from. 2 models did the work. Haiku, the cheap one, handled almost 200 web searches and still came out to $5.77. Sonnet did the heavy lifting, and it's 87 of that 93. That's the model routing habit I already told you about, showing up in a real bill. On Sonnet alone, over 100 million tokens came back from the cache, reused, against under 10 million that had to be freshly written. It goes further than one session too. Scroll down and it tells you what's actually been driving your cost over the last day, 4 separate patterns. Not a breakdown, 71% happened in long conversations past 150,000 tokens of context. That's the compact and clear discipline from the quick wins. 66% came from sessions heavy on subagents, each one running its own request, with a direct suggestion to put the simpler ones on a cheaper model. That's the first stronger win, coming straight from the tool that tracks the money, not from me. It even breaks cost down by skill, by subagent, by which outside tool you had connected. But you're not going to sit here typing /usage every 5 minutes to check. There's a plugin for that too. It's called Claude HUD, and once it's set up, it just shows you the numbers that matter the whole time you're working, without you having to ask. Look at the corner while I work, not a screen you have to go open. Model, project, Git branch, right there the whole time. That context bar is exactly what I told you to watch before you hit compact. A real number instead of a guess. 46% right now. To the right of it, the same kind of numbers you just saw on the usage screen, just live instead of something you check. One resets in 36 minutes, the other's the weekly one, 79%, resets in a day and change. It even shows you what's loaded onto every request. 3 instruction files, 16 rules, 11 outside tools connected, 9 hooks running. That's the tool surface I told you to watch, sitting in plain sight the whole time, instead of something you'd only think to check once. None of what you just watched needed a bigger budget or a flashier model. It needed knowing how the discount actually works, so it stops disappearing without you noticing. The settings are worth something. Understanding the cache, the planning setting, and what you actually hand the model is worth a lot more, and you just watched the real mechanism behind all of it and the real numbers it produces, not a demo of it. I get it if this still feels like a you problem, a few dollars on your own bill. Zoom out and it isn't. The same blind spot that cost me nothing to catch because I was actually watching for it costs teams real money when nobody's watching for it at all. One person's habit is a company's line item. If you want to take this further than watching your own usage screen, tools like LangFuse let you trace exactly where an agent's money goes across an entire team, not just one terminal. That's a deeper rabbit hole than this video, but it's the same idea, just at scale. Everything I named today, the settings, the plugins, LangFuse, all of it is linked in the description. Go grab it. If you write software for a living, this is a habit and a handful of settings you can start using this week. Try it on your own repo, and if it changes your bill the way it just changed mine, subscribe. I'm going deeper into what it actually takes to run these agents well, not just fast. I don't pay full price. Why would you?